back in another game on Arabia. The good news is we don't have Riot or Viper, so probably people we haven't seen in a while, which is kind of cool. I don't think we've seen dogao in a long time, actually, which is kind of interesting, because I've always been a fan of dogao's style of play. Anyway, in the red, playing as the Huns, we have dogao, and his opponent's going to be over in the green, Mahori, playing as the Huns as well. So, pretty much two of the Brazilian players going at it today. Gonna really see who's really on top of things at the moment, because there's heaps of really good Brazilian players out there at the moment, most notably, of course, Riot, but dogao's definitely up there at the moment. Same with Mahori's been doing pretty well, actually, as well, so let's check out the maps before we get too far into things. And it looks like dogao's actually gone for a really early scout there, and could have been trying to steal a board. Not exactly sure what he was trying to do. Anyway, gold in the back from Mahori, stone up on top of this hill, as well as a wood patch over here, more gold on the front, berries on the front, both boars on the front. Can be really bad for boar steals when you've got both on the front, because generally the way you go about it is you grab the front boar first, so your opponent can't steal it quite so easy, but having two on the front can just make it a little bit annoying. Anyway, having wood in the back here as well as another stone, so wood's not too bad. This hill around here is going to be really annoying to deal with. Saying that, it's pretty much in one of these craters that we talk about every time we're on Arabia, which is kind of common. And another gold over here on the front, so the gold positioning's good, but if dogao managed to get archers or cavalry archers up around here, gonna be a little bit of hurt going on over here. So really, depending on how this is going to go right now, is to how dogao decides to play it. Anyway, let's check dogao's map. Having a back wood and a front wood here, being quite nice actually with the map, and bringing his second boar in there. No loom yet for him. Mill in the back. Surprised he hasn't gone for back over here, but saying that, it's actually probably a nice place for a lumber camp. Might see another one come up here if he decides to split or not. Saying that, does have a stone on the front, gold on the side here, as well as another forward stone. So the map's not too bad for dogao, saying that he doesn't have a lot of hills around. This one here on the back could be quite annoying though if archers do manage to get in through here, especially if there's a lumber camp on the back as well. It looks like that village is about to drop a lumber camp. And there we go. But saying that, if archers manage to get over here, we'll be able to harass the berries quite well. We'll be out of range of the town centre. We'll be able to sit in this area here, and the surface area on them is going to be a lot harder to deal with. So dogao looking to be in quite a good position just from the map. Saying that as well, we do have this hilly area over here, which is going to be annoying to hold, especially, again, if Mahori comes in with archers, so anything can lord over this little gold mine here, and do quite a bit of damage with that anyway. So really gonna have to see what both players decide to do here. Barracks coming down for dogao, barracks coming up for Mahori right now. I'm going to assume both players have gone for a 22 pop. Mahori 21. Much ahead? Yeah, he's a bit ahead, but not really. It looks like dogao is doing fairly well here. Ooh, palisades around here. Whether or not they're actually going to get built or not, or whether or not he is just playing cheaply. And I probably shouldn't say that, because it's not exactly cheap. Everyone does it at some point. But anyway, if a villager does walk on top of a palisade before it's built, you can see this. So I'll actually... Ooh, is he sending these guys over here? Or... Yes, I'll try and show you actually when we manage to get over to that point. Stable coming up over here. Interesting positioning, but if he does get a wall off up across here, he will be able to defend his gold a lot more easy. Mahori down over here, starting to wall in as well. I think he's getting at the moment this is probably the most vulnerable point in his base. So if he manages to get this point in here completely sealed in, or at least fairly well sealed in, there's a few idols there. But if he manages to get this place pretty under control and hard to harass, he's going to be in for a pretty good game. Seeing that, dogao's stable about to finish up now. Looks like there will be the forward spear from Mahori. And... Ooh... Going to be a 50%, 60% difference on the scout at the moment, actually. Which could be kind of interesting, meaning that dogao will... I don't think he'll be outmassed, because, of course, whenever you're attacking, you generally are like a 20% disadvantage. Because, of course, your opponent can reinforce instantly while you can't. That spear going to make things really hard for dogao, though. And going to come in with the scout, try and get some harass here, and that villager could be in trouble, potentially. Spear looks like it's going to actually finish that one off there, and Spear will again force this scout away. However, dogao managing to snatch a scout there. Definitely some good play, and didn't really get any good hits on that one there. Spear versus spear combat, pretty much how it goes. We're all used to seeing this during this kind of situation. Still hasn't moved on to the gold, I still can't say that. But then again, at this point, you really want to be stabilizing on your food, not moving to gold. So that's probably not the biggest deal. And it looks like Mahori's palisade was just deleted off then, so he knows dogao's starting to get his farms up. definitely going to be interesting. Saying that, of course, quite a few lumberjacks over here as well. So the lumber has been completely split, and it looks like dogao actually has a lot more scouts out at the moment. Saying that, he did kill off one of his opponents already while not losing one of his own, so he's naturally going to be ahead of that. And he's got another scout down here as well, of course, scouting, doing its job. So interesting. Here we go. Let's actually see. We are on Mahori. Good. No, we're definitely on Mahori's view, but still. Let's see if we can see this. I don't think anything too exciting is going on the map right now, but we should be able to see the villager cross over onto this any second. There we go. Exactly what I mean. So there you go. You can take that trick home with you. dogao going to be moving in from the side here. Could potentially have a really good area here to get in through, because this is probably the least defended route in. But the spears have been positioned really well for Mahori. I think he's expecting this from dogao. So dogao really just getting ahead at the moment just because of his economy right now. He already has switched into gold, which is kind of nice. His first range is coming up. We'll be able to get the second one up, I'm assuming, quite quickly. Yep, nearly has the wood to be able to do so. And spears. It's like he might be able to lure them out of position and try and get around the edge here. And I think that's what he's going to go for. And yes, he sent one in actually to try and pull him out of position. But it looks like Mahori knows what he's up to and has actually moved one back. And saying that though, these ones are out of position a lot now, and ooh, dogao just missing the opportunity there to try and jump through. Mahori around this side here will be able to come in here and get some harass really soon. dogao does actually have a lack of spears out right now. But saying that, two are heading towards the wood. Ooh, and they might just be able to head these guys here off. And yes, just gonna get them out of there. No lost villages for dogao, so he's got to be pretty happy with that one. And it looks like, yeah, dogao definitely started to get in a dominant position here now. He's already got his double archery range up, which, of course, Mahori does have. However, he's been able to continue the production of scouts. Actually has 4 inside here, as well as went straight to archers over on this side here. Let's actually see what Mahori's got. Ooh, is he going to grab a villager here, or... He's going to get one, and is he going to get out there? Ooh, he's going to lose a scout in return, but still managed to snag a villager at least. Mahori, how's your archery rangers looking? Actually had to go skirmishes before he was able to get archers on, so dogao doing quite well with his economy, showing us that he doesn't have to do that. Spear's sitting on the front, and it's starting to look like dogao's starting to... I wouldn't say he's pulling ahead at the moment, but definitely in a good position. Has either player got bloodlines? No upgrades at all for either player right now, considering they both don't have a smith. That's fair enough. Smith coming up for dogao now, and smith is up for Mahori. Whether or not we'll see armor or fletching first will be interesting. Saying that, how are we looking down over here? Ooh, gonna be able to get in around here. We'll be able to get some harassment here, some really good options too, and it looks like this villager could be done for. Saying that, he actually just managed to get out of there. I thought he would be stuck, but still managing to grab him, which is kind of a good thing. And Mahori, still no upgrades? Kind of interesting that he hasn't yet. 65 HP on the scouts now, so they have got bloodlines. They don't have the armor upgrade. But dogao has walled himself in around his gold miners here, so he's not in such a bad position right now. Saying that, where are dogao's scouts at? Over here. He has bloodlines as well. Smith just went up for dogao. Mahori's still not doing anything. Has he got fletching? He hasn't even got fletching yet, so he hasn't been even using that smith yet. dogao, is he going straight for fletching, or... Ooh, second stable coming up for dogao, meaning he is going to commit to this feudal age warfare, which is quite a big deal, actually, being able to do that. And it looks like pushing forward with these guys here. Going to be a pretty big fight over here, actually. dogao might need to group his army together at the moment to be able to deal with this, and that's exactly what he's doing. Lots of archers actually out for dogao. I think he has the archer advantage here. However, the skirmishers will probably even that up. Spears as well is in favor of Mahori right now, but... Ooh. Either player got fletching. Fletching is in favor of Mahori right now. Armor actually first for dogao. That's an interesting call, actually. Will help him survive a lot more, but still... Going to be interesting though. Scout cover are about as decked out as they're going to get, unless of course forging's done, but I'm not expecting that till after fletching at least. And Mahori's still sitting here while dogao's slowly getting ahead right now. Moving in with his archers, looks like he's going to try and get some harass down over here. And it looks like dogao's really just coasting through on his economy here, and unless there's a big play for Mahori, I don't think he's going to catch up, because dogao just seems to be pulling that lead while doing just economy and no exact fighting. Did manage to snag a villager here, which is always nice. Looks like he will lose an archer in return, though. Saying that, Mahori could use this idea here of knowing where his opponent's army is to try and get into the base. Especially this gold over here could get into a lot of trouble. Third range is coming up, and... Ooh, double stable from Mahori as well. No third range, though, so he's going to be a little bit behind on archer production if this keeps going. Saying that, those spears could make a massive difference here. Going to really make it hard for dogao to charge straight into this archer line. However, I don't think that dogao has quite so many spears. I've just got 2, which is still a little bit threatening, but doesn't really have the pace to be able to keep up with scouts. So, as long as he keeps his micro under control, he should be alright. And I think this battle here, it's really going to define how the rest of the game goes. Ooh, some good play by Mahori, getting around the side here. Saying that though, dogao is taking the hill, and this is going to be a massive advantage if the fight actually goes down here. And it looks like Mahori's actually going to pull out here, because he knows dogao has this hill advantage and how big it is. Saying that, dogao being able to keep his archers on top of this hill here, while the scouts go to town on the scouts down here. I think this is going to come out in favor of dogao, just because of this hill advantage here. Spears are not doing enough for Mahori right now, and it looks like dogao has been targeting a few of them down. Spears are still alive for dogao. For how long, I don't know. We actually have 2 spears over here attacking an archer. That's quite a waste. And yeah, I think dogao's going to take this one, especially with that hill advantage. He's going to be able to reinforce probably... I would say Mahori's actually probably going to be able to reinforce faster in this idea. But still, ooh. Mahori's reinforcements being able to really push this back now. And dogao not looking quite so good, actually. I thought he would came out a lot better in that situation there, but it looks like the reinforcements were extremely good. Hill didn't serve its purpose. Well, it definitely served its purpose, but wasn't quite as helpful as I thought it would be. Gonna be interesting to see how this one plays out from here. Saying that, dogao nowhere near Castle Age. Mahori nowhere near Castle Age either. 74 pop for Mahori. Dogao only on 65. Mahori taking the score lead. So now it's time for dogao to rely on those catch-up skills of his that he has, and we all know they're quite good. Another stable coming up for dogao, going up to 3 stable, 3 range. Quite a big call on his behalf. Only 3 range, 2 stable from Mahori. So dogao, again, staying on top of the production here, and really just trying to get back in the game however he can. The scores are extremely close right now. Ooh, what's that? Is that a watchtower? Yes, watchtower actually coming up for dogao on his gold. Think he sees this coming in, and he will be walling this in fairly quickly. Yes, so he's kind of safe here. Saying that though, hasn't continued to wall this side in here, but moving in through here is really going to put him in a nice choke, and dogao's going to be able to do that and push him back. +3, so the attack upgrade has been done for the scouts. Now, how are we looking on armor on these archers? Dogao has armor. Both of them have all the upgrades right now. That tower actually going to be a big help in this situation here, and again, I think I can't call it this time. I don't want to call it because after last time I did such a bad call. But it looks like, yeah, dogao will be able to push him out. Actually managing to snag a few extra scouts there by keeping them in. And I think that dogao's going to be able to push back from here and might be able to take an even bigger lead. I can't see any of these archers actually surviving this fight. Even if the reinforcements do come in, dogao is actually in a really good position here. Ooh, Mahori taking this hill up here, which is definitely the best defensive location between here, keeping that extra attack bonus in his favor, and dogao starting to get a massive attack score advantage, actually. Up by 400 points right now, and I have no idea where that came from. Must have just been just economy, which is quite impressive. If we look at it though, it does look like dogao's economy is a lot more, well, a lot better set out. Especially with the gold. But hey, we'll see how this one goes. Ooh, has actually walled this siding completely. Any units coming through here will be useless, especially considering this tower can be garrisoned here. Gonna be able to take out a few of these archers, which is kind of nice. And dogao, again, pushing Mahori back, taking a 400 point score lead, nearly 500 at this stage. And his economy, really, at this stage is just showing him how well he's doing against someone like Mahori right now. Lots of archers out for dogao. Going to be able to kill off these scouts fairly easy right now. This could actually have been a really bad move by Mahori, and it did turn out to be trying to get in here and get these villagers. Not going to be able to do it. Going to lose all his scouts in here, and this might be GG, guys. Losing this many scouts for nothing is always a really big waste. Saying that, actually came with the archers to try and get the scouts out of there, but I don't think that Mahori has a chance here. The archers for dogao are too many, and the scouts for him are too many as well. And dogao taking this one quite easily right now. Scout's going to be able to get in there and get rid of that. And Mahori GGing out. I think he made the right decision there. Was 700 points behind at this stage, and dogao was actually in the back over here getting some harass as well. Managed to get quite a few villager kills. Well, 1, 2, 3. Got a spear over there. So he managed to do fairly well here, but I thought everyone would want to actually see this. I did actually notice that this time. Anyway, very well played by dogao. Impressive game. Mahori playing a good game as well. However, kind of just this over here just kind of really made the difference in the game. Losing those scouts there just gave dogao an ample chance to push in here, and that's exactly what he did, and he did it extremely well. So congrats to dogao and Mahori. I want to see more from you. You definitely got what it takes. Anyway, I'll see you all